Hello! Welcome once again to the PHP 101 screencast from me, Phil, from PHP Web Design. I'm having to use some new software, so see if this works. Hello! Hi! How are you all? Please notice behind, change of scenery. I've recently moved house. Score! I now live in a house. And unlike my old office, for starters, I do not have loads of Hello Kitty stuff floating around me, and there isn't cars going past outside the window or people within 2 feet. Starts on my first floor. Pre-warn, there is a train line at the end of the garden. It is a freight line train freight line train line. It could have one go past. They happen like 4 or 5 times a day, if I'm lucky. But there we go. Anyway, also another update. I now have a web developer job. I work for a company called ProTech Innovations. I better not say too much, or act too much like a prat, because none of the people I work with, they'll probably watch this and take the piss out of me. Hi Martin. Hi Alex. Anyway, moving on. Today, let's go. Shall I move this webcam out of the way? Okay, watch. I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, that goes off the screen. Today is going to be the day they're going to throw it back to you. Don't ask me where that just came from. I don't know. But today I'm going to talk to you, or would like to talk to you, if you let me, about Jekyll. JekyllRB.com, I believe it is. Jekyll is a static site generator. Okay? These are the in thing at the moment. Right? Because they're cool. And they're secure. They're awesome. Now, what is a static site generator? Let me just wheel myself back in. And increase the size of the image for a moment. Please let me, because then I've got to try and explain this to you. Right, this may be quite laggy, I don't know. My usual software has decided to stop working for me, so now I'm using some new software. Right, a website, WordPress. You have PHP files, you have database. There we go, that works better. You have PHP files in here with no content. They're just PHP scripts that talk to a database. The database has all your content but doesn't have any styling that's in these files. WordPress, or client comes along, speaks to this file. This file speaks to WordPress. WordPress speaks to the database. Database gets the content, gives it to WordPress. WordPress goes to this file over here, gets the styling, styles it, put the content in, goes to this file over here to process it a bit more, then go to this file over here to then present it to the person on the other end. Complicated, slightly slow. Yes, if PHP, it's reasonably quick. What can you say? Problem with it is this: the database. Databases, unless you know what you're doing, are inherently insecure. People get into this, they've got access to all your content. Not good. Static site generators, don't need to worry about that. Static site generators, the content is loaded into the page. It is literally a page. It's like what most people probably did when they first started building websites. They made straightforward, basic HTML pages. It's a way of doing that, but kind of in a PHP style, in the fact that it uses Ruby. But you do not need to learn Ruby, just point out to you. That's all good. You can make a template. Where your content normally would go into a database, it goes into a HTML file or a markdown file or a text file. Then you run Jekyll. Jekyll then compiles all your pages, basically does what WordPress would do, and then spits out your website at the other end in a big vial of bleh. Vomits out your website. Doesn't sound very good, that, does it? And it's all made. All pre-compiled HTML pages. They're really easy to cache, really easy for web bots to crawl through, web spidering, what you want to call them, can crawl through and index you, no problems whatsoever. So, how cool is this? We'll let you know. But let's get started. So, let me shrink myself again. Oh, I'm going really tiny. I could stay in the corner and watch. But I'm going to go over here with that. So, to start off with, you're going to need Ruby. If you're a Windows user, the easiest way to get it is just to go to Ruby installer. So it's rubyinstaller.org, and then if you look on here, there'll be a download link. On the download link, there'll be a file, an exe. Download that, install that. Happy days. Thank you very much. Jobs are good. What that will give you is this. If I just type in Ruby, yes, I am using Windows 8. I can't wait for 8.1. Believe me. You will get a command prompt window like this. Okay, looks like any other command prompt window apart from the fact it says Ruby at the top. Awesome. Next thing you need to do is just type in gem install, as you type it properly, install, and then Jekyll. I'm not going to press enter because I've already got it installed, but you just press enter, leave it, it'll install Jekyll. That's it, you have Jekyll then. So simple. Now, how do we get started with Jekyll? Right, we need to choose somewhere to put it. I'm going to keep all my stuff with the rest of my web stuff. So that's under that, and I've got a screencast folder. And just check it is empty. Yes, it is. Right, so I know where I'm going to put it. Now, let's start off with the bog standard Jekyll layout. Okay. So all we need to do is just type in Jekyll, new, and then I'm just going to put ... because you meant to tell it what folder to put it in. Well, I'm putting it in the folder it's in, Screencast. Wait a few moments and it will process. It takes a few seconds. Okay, taking a few more seconds than I expected. While it does that, I'm going to have a quick sip of my mug of tea. Very English of me, I know. But please bear in mind, this is probably the 6th time I've recorded this screencast today because of glitches, technological problems. So anyway, done. Right, what has this done? So let's just bring up a spline text window, and let's bring up the screencast folder, and you'll see there's some files. Ooh! Now give me 1 second, and I'll just quickly do that with it. I've got a few folders in here that I don't want people seeing necessarily. But anyway, there we go. Minimize that and open this. And open that, open that, open that. And there's one thing I do need to do. When you install this, there is unfortunately a slight glitch with the default template they give you. Obviously you'll be changing it, so it doesn't matter too much. But for the sake of this, we will need to get rid of some stuff, which will be this. Yeah, just get rid of that there. Alright. What is here is that we have our index file. If I'll just get rid of that file. We have an index file. In our index file is a little bit of the index styling. This is blog associated, so there is some bloggy stuff on this. This would be your blog page where it lists all your blog posts. Makes sense. Notice though, it's literally just the main page content. Okay, so don't worry about it, that's what's there at the moment. It's alright. Next we have a config file. Not much to say about that, apart from it's got a few configuration stuff to do with the site, i.e. name of the website. I guess that's the type of markdown to use, and something. They've added that recently, I don't understand. There's a git ignore file which you can ignore. They supplied some basic straightforward CSS-y stuff. Ooh, with some code highlighting. Nice, that's new, by the way. Then we have this post folder which has your posts in, which this is a post written in Markdown. That's right, because Jekyll, you can use HTML text or Markdown files. Awesome. And then in here we have a layouts folder with a default layout and a post layout. This basically is your templates. Okay. Default, everything uses. You don't have to call it default, but it just makes sense. It's the default layout, default template, default. Okay. What they have done with this as well is there's a post one, which will display a post, but if you look, it uses layout default. Every page, apart from this one, at the top has this little block of stuff. What this is telling, it's a YAML basically for starters. It is telling Jekyll a few details about the page, i.e. this thing's going to be filed in the category Jekyll update, was written on this date apparently, and that's the title, and this is layout to use. So the layout for this is a post, because it is a post. So then that would use this files, and it learns that it needs to do that, but then it finds out from this one, I've got to use the default layout as well. Default layout, here it is, it knows what to wrap it all in. You also spot things like this as well in there, these curly braces, handlebars, whatever you want to call them. They're Jekyll specific tags is based on liquid markup language, and so they make sense. You just have to study them a little bit. Things like content, well, that's obvious what that's going to be. Here you'll see one that says page.title now, and then one here saying site.name. These look like they should be almost the same, apart from one says page, one says site. What do they do? Well, if one has site in front of it, it will look for anything under the title of name in this config file. So name your new Jekyll site. So wherever you see that site.name, what it is going to this config file, looking at name and taking this and printing it. Okay? Simple to understand. Where you see page, what that's doing is going to a page or post and looking for something in there. So this one says page.title. So what I do is say this is the index page. It's going to the index page and looking for a title, taking that information there and posting it where it needs to. Post is stuff to do with blogs. Simple. Yeah. And if you see post.url, it's basically stuff to do inside this folder here, this post folder. Okay, nice and simple. So you may be thinking, well, okay, you said to me that there's going to be no rendering done on the site. This is very much like a website. Well, it isn't at the moment. What we need to do is go back to our command prompt window. Hello. And we're going to do give Jekyll command to generate the site. There's two ways you can do this. One is Jekyll space build. The other one is Jekyll space serve. They are two different things. Okay, Jekyll space build literally just renders the page, and then that's it. It's had enough by both. Ignores the rest of it. Jekyll space serve will start up its own form of a server so you can view your site. It is brilliant. Don't ever bother using Jekyll build. There's no point. Okay. One other little trick to do as well, and I'll show you, is if you type in Jekyll space serve space minus watch. This is cool. What this will do is it starts up the server. There we go, it's generated, and you'll see on the left hand side it's created this site folder. I'll go into more detail about it in a moment. But what you also see is it says here auto regeneration enabled. What it's doing is it's now going to sit there and watch these files. Any of these files change, it will know it needs to auto regenerate. It will then basically regenerate and compile, sorry, that's the word I was looking for, compile your site on the fly, done and dusted, thank you very much. And also add a page. If you add new pages, it will generate it on the fly, thank you very much, and now you just sample it straight away. So, how can I view this? Right, if you see, look here, this is giving me a port at the end here, port 4000. So what I need to do is go to my web browser, let's close some of them off, and just go to localhost, localhost, port 4000, like so. Boom, here's my website. What I am viewing here is not this index, okay? As I said, when I ran that Jekyll serve, it created this site folder. If I look in this site folder, there's another index. That is the index I am looking at the moment. Okay, this is your site in this site folder, fully generated, ready to go. Excuse me, I can feel the burp coming on. I'm trying to stop it. This is your site ready to go, right here, no problems. So, in fact, if I open this one page with Sublime, you'll see here it is. It's got the blog post and everything like that, all that kind of stuff. Yabby-yabby-do. Everything for the default template has been put in. The title's been put in. The site name's been put in, and all that kind of stuff. Happy days. One advantage of using this server as well is everything can be referenced to from the root. So the home is just /, not ./. This blog post is / Jekyll blah blah update blah 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 blah. Makes life easier. Okay. Now, what about editing? Okay, right. As I noticed in the default template, just down here we've got some stuff. Okay, they've just put into their default template. This is a very basic default blog template that they're giving you. You don't have to use it, but you know, why not? It's just a demo that I'm giving you right now, like an introduction. So all I need to do is we'll see where it says your name. In fact, tell you what, I'm bringing the terminal up alongside as well. Move that over there a bit. Watch the terminal at the same time as I do stuff in here and save it. So where it says your name, let's just change that to Phil Thompson and save. If you watch, there we go, regenerated in one file, refresh, boom, look at the blog post, boom, it's there, happy days. So let's just finish off editing this. What you are, so I'm going to just put my link here. So just put my web address in. There we go. My email address. Let's put that in. Then why not? Phil@phsowebdesign.com. And let's just edit this stuff as well. Why not? Well, my usernames for all these are the same, so let's just do this the cheating way. There we go. I love Sublime to be able to do stuff like that. Right, let's have a look. Refresh. Boom. Thank you. All my stuff's there. And just like you expect with PHP, it's filtered through like that. So that's really cool. That is how simple it is to use Jekyll. The way it is. Now let's create a new page. Why not? Okay, let's say we want to add an about page. Okay, because this looks like a, well, it is a blog. Okay, so this about page, I want to give it a nice kind of permalink style link, so I want to give it just a /about, and that's it. Simple. All I do is, I'll just minimize those, add a folder to the top level, the folder called about, and there we go. And then inside that, I'm going to put in a new file. I'm going to save. And do you know what? I'm going to make it a markdown file, why not? So index.md. Okay, so that's my about page made, which will have a link of /about. Awesome. Right, we need to put some stuff at the top. So, do you know what? I'm going to copy this here. I'm going to just cheat a little because it's pretty similar. Just at this, I'm going to put about me as the title, and this is markdown. So, hello. How are you today? That is so cool. Anyway, so that's that. Save. Right, so at the moment, if I go to /about, it's not there. Why are you not there? For some reason, it hasn't picked up there's a new file there. So we're going to have to stop it. The way we stop it is hold down Control or Command, press C, and it says terminate batch job. Yes, enter. Then just run the command again. Jekyll serve watch. Wait a second or two. And there we go. Servers up. Refresh. And let's try that again. That /about. There we go, we've got the about page. One problem is, obviously, we do not have a link to this page. Okay? Well, that's easy to fix. Let's go back into Sublime. In the layouts, and it's under the default layout. Up the top here, put their navigation. There it is. So let's just add it. So that's going to be easy. So they've given it a class of extra for some reason. Don't know why. href is /about, and then just the link name, so about me, and then save, and then refresh, and here we go. We have an about link, and there it is. And look, it's already filtered through to this page, and then we go to the blog item, and oh, there we go. Look, I can still go back there. Wow, it's amazing. That's how simple it is to add a page using Jekyll. Remember how hard this used to be? You know, when we had separate HTML files, you wanted to change that link, add a link, you had to go through every single bloody file to add it. Oh my god, that used to be a nightmare. I used to hate doing that. Now you don't have to. So, that's it. That's all you need to know about Jekyll. Really, okay? If you want to add posts, just put them in here. As I said, if you look at the top here, you say it's got layout, post, and so on. You can give it categories. This one gives it a category, so therefore it puts it like a weird kind of ish URL. Something really important though, I almost forgot to tell you about. Take a good look at the name of the post file, okay? It says 2013-08-17- welcome to Jekyll.markdown. It is important when you're writing a post that the date is put in beginning, at the beginning of the name of the post, like that. It is really important, okay? When it generates the post, in fact I can show you for the site folder, if you look, it's first, if there's a category, it'll make the category file, so this says it's Jekyll update. Next, it'll be the year, which it gets from the first bit. So year 2013. Next will be the month, which is 08. So we got that. Next will be the date, 17th, which is there. And then finally, the file name, which will be after that dash, and it's welcome to Jekyll. Welcome to Jekyll.html. It's really important that you name them like that. It's just the standard naming convention for Jekyll. Okay? As long as you follow that, you won't have any issues. Jekyll, as I said, is so ridiculously easy to use and so painless to use. Okay, I use it myself. Hello, I'm coming back. Hi. I use it myself for my site. The only problem I had with it was when I decided to use Git on my site because I just quite figure some bits and pieces out, but through bits of hacking away I eventually got it working It's not too hard actually, but yeah. So there is plenty of plugins as well for Jekyll, and there used to be pagination ones, and there is excerpts and stuff like that. Plenty of plugins, and there's plenty of write-ups. I mean, if you go to my site, if I just hide myself again, hi. Go to my site. I've even done a more comprehensive post on how to set up Jekyll and use it. Where are you? Here we go. Look, I even did a 3-part tutorial blog post on how to install Jekyll. Don't know why I decided that you needed the dev kit. I'm guessing you do actually need the dev kit, in which case it's useful for you to follow this tutorial, but there's lots of in-depth tutorial-ness with lots of images to help you and all this kind of stuff that I've made. This is probably some of the longest blog posts I've ever done, but it is well worth checking out. So keep looking. On another point, by the way, how check out how naked my shirt looked the other day because of some rain. Yeah, not very nice. There you go. Good news-ish. I've had over 8,817 downloads, or over 8,800. It's actually more than 17, especially more by the time this podcast has gone out. Thank you very much. Seriously, thank you. I am quite in shock. I wasn't expecting to see that many, and considering how long it's been since the last done a podcast as well, I was shocked to see how many subscribers I do actually have. Yet again, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. One thing is, I need to make a plea right now. Basically, this is not cheap, especially when I'm saving up for a wedding. I put these videos out there for free, okay, but it is not cheap. So I am looking for sponsorship. If you want to sponsor me, want to sponsor this podcast, I'm hoping to get it more frequently out there, especially now I'm got all weekends off and all that kind of stuff. Yay! And stuff. Please sponsor me. Okay. I'll be offering more than reasonable prices for it. And at the end of the day, if you had sponsored episode 1, or actually the most popular episode was episode 11, I think it was, about making a calendar, you would have gone out to over 1,500 people. So it's well worth it. Please think about sponsoring me. You can contact me via the contact link on my site, which is over there. I'm trying to do this in a video. So if I do that, it is there. See? Oh, wrong way. There it is. That's the video link. Contact. Yeah. It has my contact details on there. I'm putting the webcam image strategically at the moment. Don't know why, because it's out there, but to cover up some bits and pieces. Use a contact form. There's my email address. There is a Skype and a phone number, which how do we get that? I'm just call that one. And also a postal address. There we go. I'll just do that. Yeah. So if you're interested in sponsoring me, please get in touch. I would not want to have to take these podcasts down, because some people do reckon that they've helped them learn many things, and I hope to make it more frequent. But anyway, that's it. I feel so bad for begging, but there we go. Also, keep your eyes out, because I have got plans for a new podcast coming out. Yet again, if you've got time to spare and you are a freelancer and interested, please send me some information about yourself using the contact form here, and I will get in touch at some point once I've come up with the new concept more in depth. Okay, but that's it then. Until next time, see ya and keep coding. Bye.